Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. It is for the FIP Florida Heritage Championship. Introducing first. He hails from Japan, weighing in at 260 pounds. He is a former NWA National Heavyweight Champion, a former NWA North American Heavyweight Champion, and a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and is the only NWA Triple Crown winner. He is the International Crisis, the Tokyo Monster, Kahagas.
Ron, it says something when your credentials take your entire ring entrance just to get out. This man is a serious threat.
It doesn't come any more legit than the man you're looking at right there. And he's been doing it at a high level for a long time.
He hails from the psychedelic underground, weighing at 225 pounds. He is the reigning and defending FIP Florida Heritage Champion, the 8th Deadly Sin, Sideshow.
Another absolute veteran of the wars in Sideshow. To your point, you got Kahagas debuting 1998, Sideshow around the same neighborhood of time. The amount of experience in that ring is just insane.
Sideshow was wrestling for me, I believe, late 98 or early 99 as OG Scarface. And we've been doing it together since, and Kahagas tended to, in the 90s, and I tended to do a lot more in South Florida. But we'd cross paths, and it was always cool. You knew you were around legit, serious locker room when the likes of Sideshow and Kahagas are in there with you.
And that is what it's all about, the Florida Heritage Championship. Sideshow has held that championship for 420 days after defeating Anthony Green. And our official TJ Brady. It's going to be a tough one for this young man, to be honest. I've seen so many young officials intimidated by Kahagas, but we know Sideshow won't be, that's for sure.
No, look at these two, though. How do you not get intimidated? You're talking about 50 years of experience in there, and these are grown-ass men, and they are in there. Look at, you can see the time they're spending in the gym, nose to nose in the middle of the ring. Sideshow just letting them have it. The Tokyo Monster has a blink, Trevin.
You hear the crowd reaction for Sideshow, not surprising whatsoever. But nothing will get into the head of Kahagas. I'm telling you that right now. There's a reason the man's called the International Incident, because wherever he goes, it's going down. And the lockup, you see the intensity in both athletes, Ron. As you know, Kahagas just returned back at FIP Fallout back in October, defeating Frick in one heck of a bout. And I dare say Kahagas is ageless.
To me, though, again, there's such mutual respect between these two competitors that they want to bring nothing but their A game, just out of respect to their opponents.
Absolutely. No question whatsoever. And you see both men so well matched, nothing's budging here.
Well, both upper body strength, and Kahagas sheds Sideshow, gets a little separation there. Kind of, I think they both see it. Look at the nod of respect. Sideshow goes, oh, okay. So we're gonna do this, I guess.
And that's about that. Really, what you should expect when it comes to Sideshow is he's gonna go all in. To your point. And of course, Kahagas shows up that paint goes on, it's time to fight. There's no question when it comes to the Tokyo Monster.
And both of them can wrestle when they choose to, but that straight-ahead buzzsaw style of Kahagas just so physical. But we've seen in the past, Sideshow much larger over the last few years. He put on a lot of upper body size, but he can still fly when needed.
Adding the strength, the muscle, and to your point, absolutely can still move. Curious to see how this break's going to go.
And we've seen him in some of the most violent matches.
I told you, our official, one of our junior officials here in TJ Brady, I think TJ's afraid to get in between these guys, and I'm not just picking on the official. It's that intimidating when you're near Kahagas, and the look in the eyes of Sideshow right now is just as intimidating.
Well, and I think he's also got the pressure on him, TJ, that is, of these fans don't want interruptions. They want the referee to sit back and be there when there is a decision to make, a pinfall or a submission. Just let them do their thing. Both of these guys just dangerous looking men.
And you can see the electricity in the air between these two as Kahagas letting it be known, it took you down. It's going to take a little more than that, though. Oh, telegraphed it.
Yeah, he really did telegraph it. Oh, you can't open yourself up. See, immediately Kahagas sees the opportunity, but just as quick, Sideshow able to reverse things.
One of those rare occasions you get the mistake, but yeah, the credit here to the veteran, our champion Sideshow. The Florida Heritage Championship is on the line, and there's a little bit of an additional undercurrent here from the perspective of Sideshow has a hand in the training at the WWN Training Center. And of course, Kahagas running Thunder Championship Wrestling in their training. Kahagas really has helped put some of the best rich guys like Bridgeport Ayala, De La Vega, who we'll see a little bit later, tagging up, getting an opportunity at the FIP World Tag Team Championship as Sideshow's choked out.
Hey, you mentioned the TCW shows. You want to talk about some of the most fun crowds in indie wrestling right now? Those Winter Haven fans get it, man. I'm seeing that here tonight.
Yeah, great sister promotion of WWN. But at the end of the day, like I said, the paint goes on. It's time to go to war. And back to my point about intimidating the official, Tokyo Monster Kahagas will keep that foot there all the way to 5. You will have to disqualify him if he doesn't want to let go. I think he's the kind of guy that will, as stated, if he sees a weakness in this case in the officiating, he's gonna exploit it. You'd
start to think mentally as his opponent, it would start to really hold on. Got the leg 2 count, but how the guy's never needs to be fast. It's slow and methodical, but at all times moving forward. Reminds me again of cover. Doesn't hook the leg this time. TJ, you better keep that cadence consistent. Trust me, Kahagas will not accept anything but the best, and he expects the referee when he's in there to be of a world championship match caliber.
But you were saying Kahagas reminds you of?
Well, I'm a huge Bruiser Brody guy, and Kahagas reminds me of that. Always moving forward, even when he's
Bridge, hold on, the pin. Great counter.
The veteran he sets traps like that where, again, you might think speaking of being, I was just going to say, you may think you have him stunned. Next thing you know, you find yourself in this position that Sideshow's in at this very moment.
And not to take anything away from Sideshow, who's been our champion for over a year, but Kahagas seems like he's shown up today. He's controlled the pace of the matchup. But Sideshow just let the official know what he thinks about the chances of him submitting. I don't know if you saw that one-finger salute. But point being, as much as Sideshow is Sideshow and is still showing the signs of life, they only will last so long if Sideshow can't get out of the center of the ring.
And to pick up the victory is one thing, but can you imagine Kahagas was to get the victory here by submission?
That'd be telling. Pinfall. I can't tell you the last time, if ever, I remember Sideshow submitting.
I don't remember ever.
And that's not hyperbole, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
go on cagematch.net. You're not going to find one.
He don't know the words I quit. Trust me. But he's in there with the former NWA Triple Crown champion. He's done it all. Worldwide. Oh, using the headbutt now, just chop after beating Sideshow down in the corner. A mugging in Clearwater.
Absolute intensity here from the challenger, the Tokyo Monster Kahagas. And you don't often see Sideshow taking a beating like this, Ron, but I think the challenge is you fight Kahagas, hold on. 2 count.
Hooked the leg, but a little late. You know, this is, I started watching around, I believe it was 82, when I think Kahagas is what a pro wrestler is. You're watching him, everything he's doing, every single movement he's made, there's a reason for it. And everybody in the building can feel the story being told by this man, because it's being done at a master class level.
Spot on, and that's actually what I was in the process of saying was Kahagas will make you fight for everything, everything, and that makes it that much harder when you are against him just to try to get a little oxygen here, and it looks like perhaps Sideshow showing some signs of life.
Well, resilient as ever. Firing away, but you got, I was going to say, you got to wonder how much gas he's got in the tank, because he's absorbed some serious punishment. But as always, Sideshow, just like that, able to shift it to another gear.
This is the time it needs to happen, but Sideshow, can he do it? He does. Taking down Kahagas. This is a critical moment to say the least.
Just when you thought he was done, Sideshow, the champ, comes up just a little short, but Trevin, that was real close.
Yeah, it was absolutely close. But not enough, and that's the situation here. In the case of Sideshow, you need to find a way to put away the Tokyo Monster. I don't know how you do it.
Both men exhausted and have taken serious punishment. Big shoulder tackle right to the midsection, drops Kahagas to a knee, but he comes up with that Singapore cane and just lights up Sideshow.
And that's a disqualification, and you know it.
TJ, if there's anything Kahagas, you knows better than to put his hands on the official.
Ridiculous. But Sideshow now coming in with a chair and forcing Kahagas to get out of dodge. This is out of control.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by disqualification is still your Clearwater Heritage Champion, Sideshow.
Not the way that Sideshow wanted to be victorious tonight, but goes to show Kahagas, things start not going his way, loses his temper, and look what happened.
It didn't feel like it was that out of control, though. I mean, Sideshow, had the upper hand, but I'm going to tell you, he turned around with that kendo stick and just got every bit of it on that big noggin of Sideshow. God, he's going to be feeling that one in the morning. Still the champ, but that's not the result that Sideshow is looking for.
No closure whatsoever. Now, if anything, we've got an issue coming out.
He wants to pin the former Triple Crown champion. I don't think this is the last that we've heard of Sideshow and Kahagas.
What a battle here.
What a match. I love it.
Just the first of 6 championship matches tonight.
That's how I wanted it.
So much more to come here. Thank you for joining us, whether it's Club WWN, WWNlive.com. Absolutely cannot do this without you and your support, just like the great WWN faithful here in attendance.
You still got it.